Sorry about this review being late. I've been in a camp all week and just got back today, and I saw this movie tonight at 9:55. 9:55. I had to see this movie at 9:55 by the time my friend got off of work, and it's 2.5 hours long. 2.5 hours of a Michael Bay film based on a toy series. I thought the first Transformers was alright. You know, it's a good film. I'm annoyed with like every 12-year-old thinking it's like the greatest movie ever, but it's pretty good. This one, there are times, especially near the beginning, where I'm like, wow, this movie's a lot better than the first one. And then there's some moments where I'm like, okay, this movie sucks. Now, it got horrible reviews. So many people are telling me, oh, don't even waste your money, it's terrible. It's not terrible. It's not great, but there's some really good stuff in it. But the length really does hurt it. I mean, it really did not need to be this long. And I'm not against long movies. One of my favorite movies is a French film that's over 3 hours long. It's 3 hours with subtitles. But this movie did not need to be this long. It really didn't. Like the first half, I gotta say I really liked it. Second half, maybe not the whole second half, but especially near the end, it got ridiculous. It's like, it just felt like Michael Bay, just like, no, let's just keep going. Let's just do more of this. It just got repetitive, and it just didn't really evolve. You know, near the end, it should be a big bang finish. It really wasn't. It was just more. You know, after a while, you've really seen it all. A big robot fighting a big robot is a big robot fighting a big robot. And I'm sorry, but I just can't really get into that very much. The stuff I like most about this movie is with the humans. And I gotta say, the human characters are more compelling than they were in the first film, which I liked. Like I said, some of my favorite stuff was with them in the first part. And there's some really cool action in the first part. But the plot is really all over the place. It felt like the characters changed their motives every 15 minutes or so. It didn't really go good together. Besides the length, I really didn't have much of a problem with most of it. Just things that I really hated were just little things that are just really unnecessary. Like dogs humping each other. And Rainn Wilson being a teacher that like the girls are attracted to. And a robot with balls. These like two wankster robots voiced by Tom Kenny. They weren't funny at all. Now, this is another, you know, iconic Michael Bay film. The guy has the maturity of a 12-year-old, explosion after explosion. Every single female has to be smoking hot. And this thing with Megan Fox is ridiculous. They're running around in the desert, being shot at, being attacked by several different robots for hours. And she doesn't get a scratch on her. She's running in slow motion, in a tank top with her boobs hanging out. There's some points where I felt like he wasn't just trying to make a good movie, he was trying to break the record for like how many explosions in a single movie. I mean, near the end, it just didn't matter to me anymore. You know, it really just kept going and going. And, you know, it sucks, because there's some really good stuff in this movie. There's some really creative stuff, too. You know, in the beginning, there's this scene where, like, a bunch of household appliances in his house come to life, and there's some really funny stuff in here, too. Some of it's a bit over the top with his mom. It really just turned into, like, a show with her. Some really pointless crap. Like I said, there's a lot of really pointless humor in this movie. I really like some of it, you know, with the humans. But, you know, near the end, it got ridiculous. It really did. And as much as I want to recommend this movie because, you know, for the most part, it's a fun summer movie. It's what people are going to want out of other Transformers directed by Michael Bay, you know. It's got fun, it's got good special effects, but, you know, I really just want to say, hey, you can leave, like, after, like, the first hour and a half. The first half, it was really good, but it got boring near the end. It really did. And I kept thinking to myself near the beginning, I'm like, you know what? I don't get why people are talking so much crap about this movie. This movie's fun. It's funny, you know, I'm not bored at all. I'm really entertained. You know, there's some stupid stuff, but this is fun. And then at the end, I'm like, all right, this is really stupid. So overall, it's an okay movie. It's really mixed. It's all over the place. I really like some of it. I hated some of it. I want to recommend it. You know, if you plan on seeing it, see it, give it a chance. Because there's some good stuff here, but I warned you, it goes on forever. It's another Michael Bay film. He really hasn't redeemed any of his bad reputation. You know, he likes explosions. He likes hot chicks. That's really all I could say. It's almost scary. Like, look in the background. About every single girl in this movie is like wearing no clothing and is smoking hot. And there's some scenes that like go out of their way. There's like a scene with a frat party that goes out of their way to see like these hot chicks dancing. Overall, I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10.